Johnny was telling me he saw you take the hardest slam of your life.
Yeah, I was trying to blunt slide some electrical box for whatever reason, and I stuck. It was like maybe like a 7-foot drop or something.
Okay, we don't want to build something that looks lame, that looks easy. So you build something that, because like again, our concept was try to like build something kind of gnarly. I mean that thing yesterday, Billy's kickflip 50 on that box. That thing's like overhead high. He did take a slam, which is rare because I never see Bill slam. But still, in comparison to like slam, it was like mild. I thought it was mild. I don't know. Billy would probably not like that. Come here, Bill. Let's talk about your slam yesterday.
We already did.
Oh yeah? What did you say about it?
Said it was fucking gnarly.
Well, I just said it wasn't that gnarly. I didn't say it was a pussy slam.
You said pussy slam. I'll push you off a 7-foot drop.
I never see you slam, so you were laughing. You tried to do a breakdance move out of it.
I was gonna cry. I didn't try to break. I tried to get up.
It's tough, actually. It's harder than I thought. It's a lot like street skating with the added facet of having to buzzsaw something at the street spot you're going to skate. But it's fun. It's a fun challenge also, coming up with stuff where you really can't skate it unless you build onto it.
It's funner than being in the warehouse. The driving sucks and spots getting kicked out sucks.
We had this whole list of ideas, and we realized that they're probably not going to work in real life. It's like cool on paper, but not really working.
What was your original concept for Terry Park?
There's a gap there, pretty long, right? We wanted to build a flat ledge across it. So in theory, if that was a real spot, if there happened to be a flat ledge going across there, that'd be a gnarly spot. All our concepts were supposed to be like that, like let's make a spot harder or add something to it that would be legit if it was a real spot.
Everyone was sort of excited about that one. I was excited about it, but it's weird to have your first plan fall through like that. We ended up taking the jump ramp that we made for the Euro Gap and put it up to the tall rails that are around the park. And
somebody decided that we could launch up to the gate. So we started launching to the gate, which was super fun too. And Leo did some sweet moves.
Any number of things that can go wrong do usually, at least one of them. So it's sort of dealing with that and dealing with ideas. It's all ideas, and sometimes the idea doesn't work out like you thought. We did this thing in Belmont, and in my head that was going to be the funnest one. Everyone was going to love it, and it wasn't that good. It just logistically didn't work out.
Well, the original idea was to have people skate the stairs and then hit the quarter pipe to the wall. The idea was kind of cool that making the obstacle that sort of posed a threat after you landed, or kind of like is a buzzkill on your make on the stairs or whatever, kind of like turn it into something.
You have to sort of try it to know that it's not going to work. I think everyone could look at it on paper and say, yeah, it's going to be great, but it just wasn't. It was okay, people skated it, had fun. I think that everyone improvised around the stuff we had, and then it ended up being a bit better than I originally thought, but totally different. Johnny's just back in the mix. He was out of town for a minute. He was on a trip, but he's back as of now, and I think he's an all-terrain vehicle, so he could do anything we skate. He's one of the few guys that anything I can dream up, he could skate it, get a trick on it. Will he? I'm not sure, but he could.
Kevin Barnett, the filmer for Toy Machine, has come up with probably the best ideas, which have been mostly in ditches and things like that.
The LA River was initially just one idea on a list of ideas that I had, and it sort of has organically morphed into being the main focus of what we're doing, because we can get the van down here, no one bothers us. We can kind of build all day, make as much noise as we want, and no one cares. And it's cool looking. It's just a cool looking spot. You can jump over the river. There's a gap into a bank down the way that we put a rail over. It's really gnarly, and I think that as a filmer, I I guess I'm looking for that shit. I want everything to be as gnarly as possible and be cool. And we didn't even bother painting the ramps because I don't think it matters. There's no video I saw from the years previous that I saw and I thought, man, that trig sucked and that wasn't filmed very well, but that paint job on the ramp sure was good.
Ed for just making it out of the house.
Josh Harmony is MVP. He was here every single day from Ward 1, and well, that's not even true. He had one day off, and that was his son's birthday, which he didn't want to take, which says something about Josh. So just his motivation, and then he also just nailed it. He nailed it. He did some of the gnarliest stuff. He would say, all right, let's do this, and absolutely zero complaints, zero bitching and moaning.
I would say probably Billy. He kickflip grinded that bump to the ledge and 5-0'd it, and then he kickflipped the huge gap too, so I think he probably skated the best. Why isn't that?
So while Bill is standing here, who would you say is MVP?
Josh has been MVP in it, I think. Every day he's getting some. Bill, you should get out of here while I say this next part. Josh is MVP. Kevin has told me that, you know, Josh has pretty much been showing up, and he grinded the rail into the ditch. He got stuff on the Belmont thing. He just got something today. Did he get something yesterday?
Oh yeah, I did that 50-50.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like he's been coming and charging.
Better